time. The Romneys, the Huckabees, who else is out there? A couple others. And they put Palin in the mix when they poll it, but nobody knows what she's going to do. But
I fear a cult-like following as Obama. I just feel that she can do no wrong to the Christian right, of which I'm one of them. But what I'm saying is...
Wait a second. Wait a second, Carol.
What?
Now, I must say, I must be honest as host, I'm getting a little suspicious here.
No, I'm a fan of hers. I voted for Bush twice.
I'm beginning to think you may be a seminar caller out
Not
there.
at all. As God is my witness, I am not a seminar caller.
Well,
I'm just,
did you witness any of the McCain-Palin campaign?
Yes, I did. It was terrible.
No. No. What was terrible?
The way the thing was run. I mean, he just... he acted like he didn't want to win.
Let me be more specific. Did you see any of Palin's campaign appearances?
Yes, I thought they were great. I thought she was great.
Did you think there was a cult-like following there?
No, I just think there is now. I think since then, there's maybe I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong, Rush. God, I hope I'm wrong. I want to defeat this man so badly I don't know.
I think I know what's happening to you, because it's happened to some of my even closest friends.
What?
I told you about you may have missed the story, but a couple weekends ago I had 9 golf buddies, and these guys, every bit as conservative as I am. These guys send me stuff, email, all this stuff all the time. These guys, I mean, they know me left and right. And a couple of them were talking to me about Palin pretty close to terms like you are, echoing the sentiments of what they hear in the media. And I got so angry one night that I started throwing a napkin down on the table at dinner. And I said, why in the world you guys hate the media? You know exactly who they are and what they do and how they undermine. Why do you accept what they say about Palin? And this business of a cult-like figure, and you think it's cult-like. Let me tell you what's really happening, Carol. The reason that people are excited about Sarah Palin is not, again, so much about Sarah Palin. They don't know her that well. What they have learned about her, they like. The people that are getting excited about her are the people the Republican Party has abandoned. The mainstream conservative base that is the majority in this country. Both parties have cast them aside. She represents what they believe. She validates what they believe. It's the opposite of a cult. Sarah Palin, when she goes out there and talks specifics. She talks specifics on energy policy. She talks specifics on budget restraints and constraints and responsibility. Obama is who had the cult-like following. Obama was the one, just shouting platitudes, meaningless nothings out there. His supporters had no idea what he stood for. His supporters, all they knew was he sounded smart, he had a good voice, he sounded really good when he talked, and he wasn't George W. Bush. Now, I don't detect any cult-like. In fact, to have a cult-like appeal, you almost have to have a sycophantic media. Well, she's got a media and 2 political parties trying to destroy her, and yet she still has all this support. So I think there's more to it here than what you're assessing. I think you are being affected by what you're seeing on television, because you can't miss it. It's everywhere. It's on every network, even on Fox. There are people out there ripping Palin to shreds. And people, well, Fox is doing it because, it must be true because Fox is our network, and if Fox is doing it, blah, blah, blah. So, as Pat Buchanan used to say, keep the powder dry out there. There's a long time to go before 2012. We got, what's more important to 2012 right now, Carol, is 2010, the midterm congressional elections. We go back to audio soundbite number 2 from today. David Brooks. On Stephanopoulos' show yesterday, Stephanopoulos asked Brooks, look, 415 pages, David. Looks like it's a fair amount of score settling in her book. The combat with the McCain campaign aides has continued straight through the weekend.
Yeah, she's a joke. I mean, I just can't take her seriously. We've got serious problems in the country. Barack Obama's trying to handle war. We just had a guy elected Virginia governor who's probably the model for the future of the Republican Party, Bob McDonnell, pretty serious guy, pragmatic, calm, kind of boring. The idea that this potential talk show host is considered seriously for the Republican nomination, believe me, it'll never happen. Republican primary voters are just not going to elect a talk show host.
Talk show host. Sarah Palin is a talk show host. Barack Obama's trying to handle the war. He's serious. He's serious. Barack Obama's also destroying the economy, David. He's serious. So, not long ago, on Andrea Mitchell's show on MSNBC, talking to Jonathan Martin of the Politico, Andrea Mitchell says, "We know that Rudy and Newt over the weekend both praised her, but do you agree or disagree with David Brooks?"
No Republican office holder or potential future office holder wants to offend Sarah Palin and her followers, so they are going to do this delicate dance every time the question is raised. David Brooks doesn't have to do that dance because he only speaks to his readers. But the fact is, David Brooks, raises a fascinating question here. Should we in the media treat Sarah Palin like a conventional politician who may run for office someday, or a political personality, somebody on par with a Rush Limbaugh or a Sean Hannity? That's what Brooks is getting at, and that's going to be, I think, a question that we have to wrestle with here in the years ahead.
And that's a different test.
Oh, so now Brooks puts it out there, and so now the media has to wrestle with this. Ooh, maybe Brooks is right. Maybe she's just a talk show host. Maybe she's just a political personality. Maybe she's not a serious candidate. We're going to have to really figure this out. We're going to have to really sit down and talk amongst ourselves and figure out just exactly how we are going to characterize Sarah Palin. Yeah, Brooks has an interesting point there, Andrea. We're going to have to sit around, we're going to have to email each other, we're going to have to talk, and we in the media are going to have to decide how she is going to be presented. Now, she is a retired governor, right? She has one elective office, right? She's not a talk show host, right? Does she have a talk show that I haven't heard about? She doesn't have, I mean, everybody else does these days. She doesn't have a syndicated radio show, right, Snerdley? Does she have a television talk show? Does she have a local access cable show in Wasilla? Does she have, does she have did she have a video camera that she records herself sitting on her living room couch speaking? And right, she goes to Facebook. That's right. Goes to Facebook, writes and stuff. She's not a talk show host yet. They're going to have to really struggle here with whether she is, because Brooks raises a fascinating question here. No, well, here the female Rush Limbaugh. Know what they're going to try to do? They think it will be diminishing to her to put her in the talk show host category. But my question is, I mean, I'm a talk show host, and am I not running the party? I mean, they have said, these same guys have said, I, a talk show host, am running the party, and that everybody's afraid of me, and that they don't want to offend me. And that if I'm making all these decisions out there, so is it necessarily in their own world, using their own lexicon, is it necessarily bad for them to say that she is a talk show host? How do you know she's not a talk show host? How? Yeah, well, Snerdley, that's not a good test. Nobody has a plane but me. I mean, they don't have. You can't use that as a test. You can't use that as a test. I mean, they might charter, but they don't have their own. So you can't, just because she doesn't have her own plane, you can't say that she's not a talk show host. I mean, where are you getting that from, anyway? You're just, all right, well, I know, they are jealous of that. I see Rush fully reclined there on his Gulfstream with his Cuban cigar, reading Palin's book. Rasmussen had a poll number out there. 64% of Republicans said they would consider voting for Sarah Palin. She reflects their values. Gallup just said that 70% would consider voting for Mike Huckabee. Now, Huckabee has a talk show. Huckabee has a Saturday night talk show on a Fox News channel. Sarah Palin does not have a talk show. So a shout out here to Jonathan Martin at the Politico. Are you and your guys going to get together to wrestle with the fact that you might also have to call Huckabee a talk show host? Because he actually